Hi guys, and welcome back to another GraysHQ video. Now, you're currently joining us, we're on a breakdown. We're just nipping down the road. We've got the gel test with us. We've got a Renault with potential gearbox issues. So it's a 66 plate Renault grab lorry. So not too familiar with them, if I'm honest. But, I mean, just a different set of nuts and bolts really, isn't it? And different ages. So we'll go and get it plugged in and see what it says. But before we get there, let's recap to the weekend. And that was Kings Lynn. I forgot what track it was then. Steady progress. Steady progress. I'd have liked more progress, but here again, we haven't wrote the car off and we got some points. So, the first race, car felt good, struggled with it in the wet, but here again, I'm just learning with it. We got a puncher and the car got a bit hot. So then, come to the consolation, we got 6th place, 5th or 6th place, I can't really remember, which was good. Ideally, would love to have been 1st place, but can't get that all the time. But here again, the car got hot, and that started to concern me. And the first race, obviously, when it got hot, we come back off the track, we jacked it right up because we believed we had an airlock. And obviously, got rid of the airlock, but then consolation, it still got hot, but not too hot. So I just presumed the radiator potentially blocked, so we blew all that out, everything seemed okay. Then come to the final, struggled in the wet again, but then come through to the dry, it was like an absolute missile. The thing was a rocket ship. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant it was. And it come to yellow flags, and looked at my temperature, was at 240, and I thought, cool, that's too hot, and I still had over half race to finish. So I pulled in, and then it just got really, really hot. So I obviously switched the engine off and didn't start it. Drove off track, temperature went down a little bit. But what had happened is, I think from where it's got hot previously, the metal coil that's in the top radiator hose had come out, and then what was happening was, when the water pump was circulating the water around the engine, what has happened is it's caused the top radiator hose to squish down like that because it didn't have the metal coil spring in it. So we changed it, and then now the hose pipe is rock hard now, so I'm hoping that's cured the problem. The engine seems fine and everything like that, so touch wood, I think we've got lucky, but it's just not very nice, is it? But fingers crossed, we're all good to go. Just got to wash it, nut and bolt it, change the gears. I don't know when we're racing next. I think it's our semi-final next, so yeah, we'll have to change gears. And then, because the car got so hot, I didn't want to go out in the National. I wanted the engine to cool down naturally. Now it's got some water in it, and the pipe's not shrinking. I just started it up, run some water through it, and everything seemed to be fine. But like I say, I just parked it up, watched the National, and so in reality, we haven't actually got that much to do for the next meeting, apart from give it a good go through, good clean, change gears, do tyres. But really, I didn't really even use that many tyres, so that was also good. So so now this weekend we're getting ready for Skegness. I haven't touched the car yet, apart from Nathan did change the gears last Thursday. So we're going to get it out the trailer tonight and get it sorted. Anyway, let's go and get this lorry fixed. Well, we're not too far away from our destination now. It says I'm 0.9 miles away from our destination. So we're not too far away, I don't think. So we've just got here to the farm. Looks very nice. I'll tell you what, I'd love to own something like this. It'd be beautiful. Driving up here to my house. Oh, a man can dream. No, keep working. One day it might happen. At least I'll keep all my trailers up here and everything. Look at this. Bloody lovely this would be, wouldn't it? Cool. Have Lids's Highland cows in there. Have me trailers there, look. Beautiful. Only thing is, it's a bit bumpy. Oh, no way. If this lorry up here is the lorry I think it is, on the left, this horse box lorry, well, cattle lorry, we look after that. Well, I used to look after it, shall I say. Well, we've just plugged in the lorry. It's come up with a fuel pressure regulator fault, so we're I'm going to go back, speak to Renault and hopefully get a part ordered, then he's going to drop it to us. But I was going to show you the farm, but it's not my farm and it's got a lot of expensive stuff there, so I don't want to take the mick, if you know what I mean. But wow, what a lovely farm. Even just the driveway, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be happy with just that bit, or even this little bit. Oh, it's so nice. So, as the sun's shining, Ben's coming up here to wash the shale car, and hopefully, if I can persuade him, to wash the old tarmac car as well. So, for a start, we need to unbury everything so we can bloody wash them. Also, we've got GTR 20 back in the yard. That's got a ABS light on, unfortunately, so we need to get that plugged in and get that all sorted. But now we're going to get the tarmac car out, so she's ready for Skegness, do a bit of work on her. So we've got all the panels stripped down off of it. Ben's now here from On Point Valentin to give it a good clean. So I'm just blowing all the shale out of the valley of the engine, so then no shale sits in there, it'll just be water, and then obviously we'll blow that out once it's done. But she's not too bad, to be fair. We've had worse. Not too much damage either. We've just got one brake that's really sticking on. We don't know which one, so once it's up in the air with the forklift, when he's washing underneath, we'll have a look. So, quick little update on the stock car. It's all been nut and bolted. Dad's just got to nut and bolt the engine bay. As you know, Dad does that. The gears are all changed. We just need some oil, but as you can tell, no gear oil. But I've ordered some, so they'll be here tomorrow. So that's all good. The problem we had at Hennesford, the diff nose is at the wrong angle, so it's pointing upwards. I don't know if you can see, but it's pointing upwards. It should be more or less pointing downwards. So that is one issue that we have discovered, which will cause lack of drive. So we'll get that sorted as well. Tyre wise, we've got 5 buffed already, them 3 and them 2. So really I've got 2 the other side, 4, 5. Oh, no, there's 2. Yeah. So in theory, we're about halfway through our tyre prep, or at least a quarter, because we've got to build a couple up. But now we're going to go and have a look at another trailer I've potentially bought. It's only in Northampton, so it's not far from us. So we're now back out on the road again to go and have a look at this trailer. Like I say, it's only 20 minutes away, so in theory it's not too bad, and I'll still get home with reasonable time. So we're now trying to find this place. He said once we go past the Shell garage and once we go past this place here on the left, it's just up here on the right and there's a cone sticking out. But if we reach a certain lay-bys, which I won't say on camera, we've gone too far. And if we're on the A43, so if you guys know the A43, you'll know exactly what I'm on about with the lay-bys. So we've got to try and find a red cone, or with potentially here, I think yep, here we go, red cone on the right. Beautiful, we found it. Now we've just got to find the trailer somewhere. I was going to go then, but I bottled it. Absolute bottle job. We're going to go after this Audi. Yep. Right. Now we've just got to find the trailer. Is it in there on the left, maybe? No. Okay. Right, we'll have a nose round, shall we? Well, we've had a look at the trailer. Not too bad, bit scabby, but with a bit of love and a bit of attention, I think it'll be all right. So we're just heading back now. We'll drop Nathan off and then head home, have a bit of dinner. Well, we're back on the stock car tonight. We've had a good night, to be fair, so far. Like I say, all my tyres are buffed. I've took the back axle back out because, unfortunately, even though it's a new casing, it was bloody leaking, wasn't it? Never mind. I think it's just the way we sealed it up. We sealed it up wrong, I believe. Because I haven't had any bent rims since we had put the new casing in, so it's purely must be just down to how it's been sealed. So, my fault. So we've took it back out. Dad's going to seal it up. Nathan's just nut and bolting the engine bay. We've got to put some pads in it, but we're going to do that tomorrow because the pads are no good. So we're cracking on with it, which is good. So guys, you now join us. We're out in the DAF and we're going up to Corby to collect GTR 14. So it runs out of MOT this month. I've got 2 trailers that run out of MOT by the end of this month, so it's now the 2nd week in. So we'll get this one MOT'd this week, and then hopefully get the next one MOT'd the following week. So, and I don't think there's been much wrong with this trailer, touch wood, because it's not that long been out on hire. It was more of a case of getting the trailers out. I knew they were going to run out of MOT soon, but then because his work's a little bit quiet at the moment, I'll just take them back. Not a problem at all. So, yeah, it's no problem at all. We'll go and collect this one and see what there is to repair. Like I say, there shouldn't be too much. Oh, we've got a few of my trailers in the yard today. Which one's that? I think that's the other one that's potentially out of MOT at the end of this. That one's got a fridge on it as well. GTR 14, here we go. Let's get her hooked up and get her back. I'll tell you what, you'd never think this trailer's a 2005, would you? It's fucking immaculate. I need to get a new paint certificate though. I do need to do that. Tyres on it are like... It's just, it cracks you up, it really does. Right, it just needs a bit of air in her. Right, we've got nothing yet, but she'll come up. Barn doors as well. Best of the best. I love it, it's one of my favourites, I think. She's a good one. You know what, this trailer hire is all good, but it does scare me with putting my trailers and my expenses into other people's hands. Do you know what I mean? It is a big risk, it really, really is. But one day we'll seek the rewards, hopefully. But you'll never believe what's happened. I don't know if you can remember, a little while ago, we loaded them, virtually not new, but they were like 69 and 20 plate Toyota Hiluxes into the back of that fridge trailer. Well, whichever exporter that was, to be fair, I don't really know, because I only deal with like 1 or 2 main people, then they give me work from other people, if that makes sense. They're like the big fish, if you know what I'm saying. And obviously it was one of these little fishes whose Hiluxes it belonged to. And what had happened, well, let's reverse for a second. I had a phone call yesterday saying, oh, I've got 2 Hiluxes being delivered to yourself. And I was like, okay, perfect, sweet. They arrived, and I thought, they look awfully similar. And especially because one was blue, one was grey, both the same ages as the last ones. I'm thinking, God, how spooky is that? The bloke must just like them colours and them ages, clearly. But it turns out it got stopped by the police, although, so I don't know, the trailer did. And the pickups they were trying to ship without documents. Now, that's just, how are you going to do that? That's just crazy. Like, that's almost like me trying to get on a ferry, like, for example, going Venray. Trying to go to Venray without my passport and documents. Just don't happen, does it? Anyway, they got stopped, everything got impounded, and then they had to pay and show that the vehicles belong to them. And like everything, all they were trying to do is cut corners. Like the vehicles belong to them and everything. But because it got impounded and then everything had to get unloaded and whatnot, now, and because they took too long to do the process, they've now had to come back to us. I'll show you when we get back to the yard. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's just, there's no point trying to cut corners, do you know what I mean? What we'll do, we'll get back and then I'll show you the Hiluxes. I need to bloody clean in here. This was clean for Truck Fest. It's just that bloody dusty in the yard. Bloody caked in here now. So, these were the trucks that got impounded. If you remember, we loaded these about, what, 2-3 months ago, if you guys can remember. Which is crazy. So they've come back here. We've then got to load them back onto another lorry once everything has been sorted. But they've been released by the police and everyone that was involved. All the fees have been paid. And they'll be going back to Africa for the 2nd time. But like I say, we had nothing to do with it. We literally loaded them. They come to the yard for storage. We then loaded it, and then, like I say, they then drove it to the port. And then, obviously, it got stopped because they hadn't had the correct documents. So that's what happens, like I said, when you cut corners. So we got GTR 14 back to the yard. Had a quick little look round it. A few bits, more lights than anything. So we'll get that sorted, and hopefully she's going to go test tomorrow. Going to take this one of Bailey's MOT in a minute. So to be fair, we're all pretty caught up with work, to be fair. It's quite good, really. Stock car wise, we're nearly ready for Skeg. And yes, when you turn this corner, you're going to say, oh, Roy, my axle's still out of it. Yes, I know. But the pig's head, which we call this bit the pig's head, which is obviously your diff. So that's all sealed and back in, ready to go. So when Nathan gets here, me and Nathan will sling the back axle in. I've then got to go and grab some new brake pads. And that's about it, really, apart from a good wipe down, wash. Got a clean air filter ready to go. Other than that, we're pretty much there, drive. So we'll be at Skegness. And then tyres, we're near enough there. I've just got one more tyre to build up. Like I say, then I've got 6 sets. So we should be on it this weekend. Let's hope so anyway. And fingers crossed, we have a better weekend than what we have done the past couple of weekends. Fingers crossed. But that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't done already, make sure you go and subscribe. And also make sure you go and check out our social medias, TikTok and Instagram. Both GraysHQ. Link is in the description. And if you want some merch, please drop me an email, which my email address is in the description as well. And Liz will get back to you on what sizes we've got left. But like I say, that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you check next week's video, which will be Thursday at 7 PM. Make sure you go and check it out. See you on the next one, guys.